Hello everybody, Lord Andrew Stardix here, and today we're going to talk about how Game Freak is responding to the fan anger over the Pokemon Sword and Shield Limited Pokedex. I decided to choose the newest article only because, it's the newest one, and it basically kind of explains Masuda's comments about how he limited the Pokedex. This is by Michael McWertor. And he created this on June 28th, 2019. He says, Game Freak's Junise Masuda, longtime Pokemon series game designer and producer, responded today to a fan blowback over Pokemon Sword and Shield and the developer's decision to limit the amount of Pokemon that can be transferred over to the game. Matsuda's statement, however, doesn't amount to much and only appears to acknowledge the fans' discontent about Pokemon Sword and Shield's limited Pokedex. In a statement, Matsuda tells fans he's read all of your comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon, and reaffirmed that the decision to limit Pokemon Sword and Shield to the Galar region Pokedex was very difficult. I'd like to make one thing clear, even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. That research would be cold comfort to longtime Pokemon players who were hoping to see all 800 plus Pokemon in the upcoming Nintendo Switch game. While Game Freak has said that bringing all Pokemon to the new platform and balancing them for Sword and Shield would be difficult, that hasn't prevented fans who name the controversy Dexit from bashing the studio as lazy and greedy. Presuming that Game Freak will re-add the missing Pokemon in a future re-release of the 8th Gen Pokemon game. Here's Matsuda's statement in full. Thank you to all of our fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon. Recently I shared the news that some Pokemon cannot be transferred to Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield, and I've read all your comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Just like all of you, we are very passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is very important to us. After so many years of developing Pokemon video games, this is a very difficult decision for me. And I'd like to make one thing clear. Even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope that you'll look forward to joining us on this new journey. Okay, so there's a lot to dissect here, and we're basically going to start off with Matsuda. Basically, as it said, his statement does not amount to much. This is actually very important to look at because when he announced the Pokedex, that's exactly what he said. It was a very tough decision. And I get it that it was a very tough decision at the same time. If you guys have been looking around YouTube lately, you kind of know what I'm about to say. It's because Pokemon's worried about making money. And they've been focusing on mobile games, and these mobile games are making them more money. And that's the same reason Game Freak, if you guys saw my last episode for Pokemon News, Game Freak was really, limiting, how much they were really focusing on Pokemon, which was really a letdown. So they would not be able to make a bigger Pokemon Pokedex because they split their team up now. It's not all exclusively Pokemon when they're making two different teams, they have two different games and so forth. Now, he did say that if a specific Pokemon is not available in Pokemon Sword and Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. Now, I take this, and I really want to make sure you guys understand this, that Pokemon Sword and Shield are basically quick games to make. If you really look at most of the designs for the Galar region, the Pokemon aren't really that unique, and sure, that is criticism, and at the same time, it's a really quick game. And I feel like it's not really going to amount to much. I feel like what he means by this is, and this is really stretching what he's saying, really reading between the lines, but there's going to be a remake for another Pokemon game, and that's how it would make a specific Pokemon again. Which could make sense why they didn't have the time for it, and they're going to work harder on a remake, for example, Diamond and Pearl. We could all hope for that, but if they really want to take their time making a new game and in the meantime they're just making mobile games, that's good. That's actually really good. And, but it's really up to how Game Freak and Matsuda connect, and does Pokemon really, what does Pokemon want to focus on, mobile or console games? And we kind of can call them lazy and greedy at this point because it is greed, but it's not Game Freak. It's not the developer Game Freak. No, no, no. And even though they say it's going to be difficult, it's because they don't have all the funds from Pokemon. They're not being lazy, they just can't do all the work they used to. And greedy, they can't. You could call the Pokemon Company greedy, but you can't call Game Freak greedy, and that's something we'll have to accept. Now, Matsuda basically is just repeating himself over and over again, basically saying the same thing, and really, it doesn't really amount to much. You can't really see his passion, and sure, he does say he's passionate, but at the same time, we all know there was like 5 mobile games announced in E3. That's just a joke about E3 and everything, but get what I mean. There's more mobile games coming out, and you're focusing on Pokemon Masters, and that's sure, mobile games are good. They're easy to play. You can play them on the go, but at the same time, you're always going to run into an issue while making and developing mobile games, and how the console is always going to be closer to me. However, this is my personal opinion. But in order to recap, Matsuda isn't really saying he's going to make a change, and he's just reiterating the point that it was a hard choice, but at the same time, nothing's really changed in that point of view. Now, I hope you not liked, because, it's sad to hear that Matsuda isn't gonna change anything, but I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, hit that like button, right in the comments what you'd like, what you want to see more, and have a wonderful day. Peace.